Hey guys, welcome back to the channel and to a new video where today we are talking about the current history of Hyperia at Thorpe Park. So you might be thinking, like, what history is there to be talking about for Hyperia? Well, I saw someone put this kind of idea on Twitter. I can't remember the user, but the credits go to that person. So I thought I'd talk about the history up till now, up till the 19th of June, where since opening on the 25th or the 24th of May, so much has happened. So, dare I say the history is a little bit troubled. Hyperia we first heard about many years ago when Thorpe Park kind of put applications in to build a brand new roller coaster. Don't want to talk about all the technicalities of this, but of course it got the all good to go by the council and Hyperia started clearing out the area. So where Hyperia was going to be put was where the old Creek Freak Massacre building was, the horror maze at Thorpe Park Fright Nights. Also in that area was two flat rides, one being the Rocky Express, which has now been demolished, but the other one has moved to Chesington and become Trawler Trouble. There was also the old Loggers Leap, which closed down quite a few years now. However, you still, when you do ride Hyperia, you can still see some of the trough from the original Loggers Leap. But yes, the first thing to happen was the deconstruction of Creek Freak Massacre, the Rocky Express and the other flat ride in the area. So we said goodbye to Old Town and hello to a brand new construction site in 2023. On the opening day of 2023, everybody headed over to the brand new site for this coaster. Of course, didn't know what the name was then, but everyone was over there doing construction updates. I know I was checking it all out, checking out what's happened during the close season. We also saw in the 2023 season, that summer, the track as well as ground pins. The first thing that arrived on site was the ground pins arrived on site. I was lucky enough to go to an attraction source event and get to go behind the scenes and check out these ground pins, which was a phenomenal experience to say, I have touched these pieces that are all the way up in the sky. But yes, ground pins arrived on site. That was the first monumental kind of thing that meant that construction was going vertical. Then the week of the 10th of October, we saw Hyperia go vertical on site. This was when the first supports started going in, those gold supports, the ones are lower to the ground. We then started seeing track go in place, that being the gold track, and the week of the 23rd of October, gold track met white. By the end of October came around, the outer bank was officially constructed for Hyperia. This also being the first inversion for the coaster that was constructed. And backtracking a tiny bit, of course, during this time we had the announcement that the ride was going to be called Hyperia. Fast forward into 2024, we were basically watching the construction for the coaster happening, with the maintenance building, the ride building, lights and the coaster itself with track and supports. Eventually, once all this was done, there was speculation, and we did the week of the 10th of April see the trains arrived on site. And after that, from the 16th of April, Hyperia officially started testing. And that was with, of course, water dummies. I then got to see Hyperia test the week of the 20th of April, and like I said, from that 16th of April, it just kept testing up until the 24th when it was set to open. And up until the 23rd of May, everyone was just watching Hyperia test around with water dummies, as well as the lucky few who got to ride it. The night of the 23rd of May, they held their press event, and then the 24th of May, Hyperia officially opened to the public. It was such an amazing day and I was so incredibly lucky to be there. However, the few that were there on the 25th of May, unfortunately, whilst being in the queue, got some news. It was announced that for unforeseen circumstances, Hyperia wasn't going to open. So from having so many news articles and television programmes, people in general posting about the opening of Hyperia, it closed after a day. Of course, I think for Mac, Merlin and Thorpe Park, this was devastating news. No one expected it to happen. They put out a statement. They did put out a statement regarding Hyperia. They never actually said what the problem was. However, when the work started happening on Hyperia, it looked like the problem was at the top of the lift hill. It's still unknown what that problem was. Of course, rumours, they kind of go around. But from everyone who saw things happening, it does look like I said, the top of the lift hill was that problem. Alice was doing her little videos for Thorpe Park, and then Thorpe Park put another statement out regarding their aim to opening it for the weekend of the 8th of June unfortunately wasn't going to happen. Which was devastating news because after just one day of public operation, Hyperia was closed for almost 18 days. However, they did announce that Hyperia would reopen on the 12th of June, which it did, and it was running up until yesterday. Yesterday, Tuesday, the 18th of June, Hyperia was running smoothly. Now, during the week, it had a little bit of downtime where it did open, it had a couple of riders, did send a couple of trains, but then had to close for the rest of the day. Again, unknown reasons. But like I said, up until yesterday, the 18th of June, it was running smoothly for its week, and then disaster struck again. This morning, the 19th of June, a video got popped on Twitter of Hyperia valleying. Just as it went to go to the outer bank, it didn't make it all the way and it went back on itself. This is such devastating news because the only way to get that train off the track is going to be with a crane. No one has posted the removal of the train so far, so it's currently unknown whether it's still sitting there or if it has been moved. It is of course unknown now, is Hyperia going to open tomorrow the 20th of June, or could we see it closed again? Teething problems are expected with a new roller coaster. I just personally didn't expect this many, and I don't think other people did either. I know Thorpepark, Merlin and Mac will be doing their absolute best to get this coaster back up and running. You can't necessarily guarantee that a valley is going to happen or isn't going to happen. It's devastating that they did have to close it today, the 19th of June, but it is as expected. As I said, this is a new coaster, so there are going to be teething problems. I guess we're going to just have to see when Thorpepark put their next announcement out for Hyperia. But that is a little video of the current kind of troubling history of Hyperia. Not troubling though, but kind of is because it hasn't really been open over 2 weeks. I love Hyperia so much, and the staff, everyone has been incredible when I have been there riding it. But Thorpepark are taking every precaution, of course, and you know what, props go to them because they're probably having to deal with so much people complaining about the fact that it's closed. I really actually do feel for Thorpepark a lot. But like I said, that's the current history of Hyperia from the day that the planning permission was accepted up until now, June 19th. When will we see Hyperia back open? I don't know. Hopefully very soon. I don't know how it works when a train valleys. Do they have to test it again with the water dummies? I assume so, and then send empty trains? I don't know. I'm not very technical with all the coaster stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed the mini history of Hyperia so far. I did just want to point out something very fun. I am heading to America this summer, and for my birthday, I was lucky enough to get an Insta360 camera. So I'm so excited for the POVs I'm going to be popping up on the channel on rides. So make sure you stay tuned for that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Comment, like and subscribe. And like I said, I do hope Hyperia reopens soon because I'm going this weekend. And Hyperia is my UK #1. So fingers crossed. I'll see you very soon on the channel. Bye bye guys.